Hello. Okay, today we're going to talk about parallel lines cut by a transversal and the angle pairs that arrive from those. Now, parallel lines, of course, y'all know, are two lines that never intersect. The transversal is going to be a line that intersects both of them in some way. When you do that, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 angles that arrive. So anytime two lines are cut by a transversal, then 8 angles come up. Well, any two lines can be cut by a third and these angles arrive, but there are special properties that happen when they happen to be parallel. If you're looking at it again, right here we have our two lines, and this is going to be our transversal. Now we refer to the outside of these two lines as the exterior, and the interior is going to be between it, inside it. The transversal, of course, is that line right here. Now angles 1 and angle 5. So this angle and this angle, any angles that are considered right here and here, where one's an interior, one's an exterior, but they're on the same side of the transversal, those are called corresponding angles. Alternating interior angles are going to be like 3 and 6 or 4 and 5. They're alternating about the transversal, and they're interior on the inside of the two parallel lines. Alternating exterior are going to be like angle 1 and angle 8, or angle 7 and angle 2. Those are they're on the outside or the exterior, and they alternate on either side of the transversal. Now, I call these same side interior. Some people call them consecutive interior. There's different names for them, but I always like same side interior because same side tells me exactly where they are. They're on the same side of the transversal on the interior. Okay, so like 3 and 5. Or we could have also 4 and 6. Those are same side interior angles. Okay, so those are the angle pairs that we have when we have them. We have same side interior, we have same side exterior, we have alternating interior, we have alternating exterior, and we have corresponding. Now, anytime we're dealing with angle pairs, when angle pairs are cut by a transversal, if and only if, what this means is these are biconditional statements. If corresponding angles are congruent, then two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. And if parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles are congruent. That's what it means, that the conditional and the converse are both true statements. So if parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then corresponding angles have to be congruent, alternating interior angles are congruent, alternating exterior angles are congruent, our same side exterior and our same side interior are going to be supplementary. So how is this going to help me set up problems and problem solve? Well, what I know now, angles that are congruent, we know our corresponding angles, our alternating interior angles, alternating exterior, and our vertical angles are always congruent. So if I'm trying to figure out what the variable is given one of these angles, I'm going to set them equal. Pair of angles that are supplementary would be our same side interior, same side exterior, and our linear. So that means if I've got a variable where I have one of these three angles, then I'm going to add the two angles and set them equal to 180 because that's what supplementary does. So that's helping me, these facts help me set up our problem. So now if I have this one, first off I have to identify what the angles are. Well, they're alternating and they're interior, so these would be alternating interior. I know alternating interior angles are congruent, so that means this has to equal this. So x plus 78 has to equal 70, and if you solve for x now would be subtract 78 from both sides, so x would be a -8. And my cat is trying its best to get me to pet her, so I'm going to pet my cat while I'm talking to y'all. All right, so here's my kitty cat. So that's how we get that angle. All right, jigger, stop that, go down. Now on this one, they're both on the same side of the transversal. One is an interior and one is an exterior. So I know this by definition as corresponding angles. Again, corresponding angles are going to be congruent. So I'm going to say 11x minus 8 equals 80. I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. So 11x is going to be add 8, excuse me, add 8 to this side. I'm going to add 8 to this side, so that's going to be 88. So now x is going to be 8, because then I divide through by 11. So x turns out to be 8. And finally, if you're looking at these are on the same side and they're interior. So this is what I call same side interior. Well, what do we know about same side interior? Same side interior are supplementary. Same side interior, same side exterior, and linear angles are all supplementary. That means I'm going to add them and set them equal to 180. So x plus 132 plus x plus 62 equals 180. So that's 2x plus 132 and 62 is what? 194 equals 180. Oops, 188. There we go, 180. I'm going to subtract. So 2x is equal to a -14. Subtract 194 from this side. Subtract 194 from this side. Then divide through by 2. Divide through by 2. So now x would equal a -7. And that would be my final answer. Okay? Now, there is a fast check on this. This is more of an acute angle. This is an obtuse angle. An obtuse angle plus is never equal to an acute. And an acute will never equal an obtuse. So I know they are not going to equal. Okay? If you're looking at this is an acute and this is an acute. Well, a number less than 90 plus a number less than 90 can never add up to 180. So I'll never add up those and make them equal to 180. So sometimes you can sort of look at our angles and get an idea of how we're going to set them up. I'm not going to say they always work that way, but a lot of times, if you're not for sure, that is a very fast little check. Okay? Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.